Hey, I'm Rob from Rural St. Thomas, and you're watching Aces Rival 2 Recap. And I'm going to bong one for my victory last episode. Here's to you.
Stop.
Love you, Ace.
I want to pause one. Really? I'm still recording.
Oh, I thought we ended this a little bit ago.
I don't want to do it
No.
anymore. I'm just kidding.
Here's the old ball and chain, Becca. She may have been right about choking me on it. That took a while.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here with this week's recap of Rivals 2, The Challenge. I'm sporting my Forgiven shirt today. If you guys don't know what this is, you need to go down in the doobly-doos and click the link and check it out. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. Get rid of your hangovers, because hangovers suck, bro. Quick thank you to Rob and his girlfriend Rebecca for that awesomely drunkness intro. That was amazing, so thank you guys for making that. Always a good time. So last night's episode was super, super hilarious. The challenge was great. The quotes were great. Let's just get right into it. So the episode started with everybody asleep in the living room because everybody was trying to sleep close to the air conditioning. So CT, Anastasia, Trey, Johnny, and Teresa come up with the awesome idea that they're going to act like ninjas and go wake everybody up by throwing water balloons at them. That was super funny. Some people obviously didn't like being woken up by an ice cold water balloon being thrown at them in the middle of the night, but Jemmy looked totally fine with it. She just kind of laughed and tried to go back to sleep. She's like, this is normal. People do this to me all the time. Moving on into the Rivals 2 love update. CT is still making out with Anastasia, Bird, whatever you call her. Jordan's crushing on Sarah, and Sarah might be crushing on Jordan, so we got a new little love romantical situation going on in the house now. And then we have the wonderful ongoing relationship of CT and DM. I like how CT was circling DM like a shark, like, why are you always mad at me? Why are you always getting mad at me flirting with all these other girls? Why don't you just tell me you want me? Why don't you just you don't have to tell me, I already know. Can they just get back together already? I'm tired of waiting. So CT's still talking about this DM madness in the kitchen, and Frank's in there, and Trichelle's in there, and CT's going on and on about how he's tired of trying to make DM jealous, and he just wishes that she would be like, I want you. Frank said that Bird said that her and CT had sex. CT says no. Frank and CT start fighting. Trichelle's trying to stop them. Knight jumps in from nowhere and tries to stop them and try to be CT's best man. Why is he always up CT's ass? CT gets his shirt ripped, and then Frank runs off and he starts crying to Johnny. Now Johnny's worried that he has a little pussy as a partner. Wah. Now it's time for the challenge. TJ announces Cook's new partner, and everybody's like, I wonder who it's gonna be, I wonder who it's gonna be, and it's Cara Maria. And that's how excited everybody was to see Cara Maria. Cara Maria, Cara Maria. It's Cara Maria. Great, Cara Maria. Cara Maria. Really? Safe to say nobody's really excited to see her. So this challenge is called Triple X Games, and it's like a giant obstacle course of craziness. I love these kinds of challenges. This obstacle course had two parts. One of the parts was called Woody, where each partner on the challenge had to stand on opposite sides of a saw and use a thrusting motion to cut through some wood. Who comes up with these challenges? And then the second part of the challenge was called Ball Gag, where both the players from each team are hooked to each other's torsos by this contraption, and so one person has to be upside down, so they have like crotch in their face, and some people weren't into that, but I was into that. It was great to watch. Not only that, but while they're running around basically 69ing each other, they have to retrieve balls with their mouths and make sure the balls go into the specific holes. Anyway, once the boys start, shit is automatically hilarious. Wes automatically quits because he basically doesn't want to put his head into CT's crotch. So CT just starts showing off for the ladies while he's sawing this thing by himself, because his partner quit on him, just thrusting alone. Then Preston quits, which is really confusing to me because shouldn't he like this challenge? He should love this challenge. CT and Knight don't have a teammate, and they're in some kind of bromance together, so they decide to try to do the challenge themselves, which doesn't count. So there's that. I like how when Rob lifted Derek up to put his crotch in his face, Derek was like, how are we gonna do this, bro? And he was like, I don't know, we're just gonna do it. We'll just figure it out. Zach has Trey flipped up on him, and his quote was hilarious when he said, I feel like a soccer mom at an amusement park wearing a fanny pack. Just hustling right through this thing. So out of all the guys, Zach and Trey finished first. They're doing really good, you guys. And I just want to say to Trey again, Trey, I'm proud of you, Trey. This might be your season. See, I had to make so much fun of you last season so that you could come back this season and be a star player. Do you see what I did for you? So once the girls begin the challenge, It already starts off hilarious. Camilla's being a crazy person. Jemmye wants to kill her already, and they've just begun. Nany can't pick up Jenny for anything in this world, keeps dropping her on her head. I was so LOLing. I'd be dropping her over and over again, too. I think you were doing that on purpose. Were you doing that on purpose, Nany? It was hilarious. So out of the girls, Paula and Emily finished first, and I tell you guys, they are gonna do so good in this game. All the other girls are starting to just give up on trying to hold the other person, and they're just like rolling on the ground toward the finish line. They're just like, get me out of here. Enough of this. Jasmine's quote literally killed me last night. There is no way that I could have practiced for balls being in my mouth. I mean, I guess I could have practiced balls in my mouth, but just not sandy balls in my mouth. Oh my god. Next question. And I couldn't leave out Jemmy's quote either. It equally killed me too. I'm so tired of hearing Camilla. I'm just thinking about just staying there with Camilla's face stuffed into the tire until she passes out. So the first place winners of this challenge were Zach and Trey and Paula and Emily. Jessica and Anastasia are on their way to the jungle because they came in last. Rookies. In the deliberation for the other team to go into the jungle, almost everybody voted in Cook and Cara Maria. Their two names together sound like a bad island song or something. Cook and Cara Maria. 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 Even though there were a lot of people that also wanted Trishelle and Sarah to go in because everybody hates Trishelle. I don't, but everybody else does. So moving on, CT and DM are just talking about their romantical situations and stuff, and I'm just like, can you get married already? For the love of God, please, just, you can't. You gotta be with each other. From there, Teresa goes ahead and fills in Bird on CT and DM's relationship history. Anastasia feels played, yo. CT tries to talk to her and she's like, no, do not talk to me. You are an asshole. She starts to flip out on him. She slaps him. She slaps him again. She's still slapping the shit out of him. And in walks Knight. Why is he up CT's ass? Did I say this earlier? He's right there. Every time CT is doing anything, he's right behind him. Right behind you. She's still slapping the shit out of him. Queen Birdess is gonna peck his fucking eyes out. Eventually, like all fights in the challenge house, this one ends and they cut to Anastasia crying and Jessica trying to talk some sense into her. And the music when Jessica was talking to Bird about this situation was absolutely hilarious, mixed with a combination of Jessica's voice and what the actual words were that came out of her mouth. It was like a perfect challenge quote moment. It's just you and me, baby. And guess what? We're rookies. You are rookies. You are. And usually the rookies are my favorites. Just not this time. Just not this time. So moving on to the jungle. I don't have a cool way to say the jungle yet, but Gina mentioned something earlier where she said every time they say it, she thinks of welcome to the jungle! And maybe I'll start saying that instead. So the elimination game is called Hanging by a Thread, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're gonna hang above these puddles of water. They're not actually puddles, they're like graves of water. Anyway, they're gonna sit up in there and they're gonna hang upside down and they're gonna try to cut rope, big thick rope, with these little bitty, tiny little saws. It's like the saws that come with those little kid workbenches. They're like everything's fake and shit. So they have to saw that away until one of the teams fall in the water. Anyway, as they're about to begin, Anastasia, Bird, starts to have a heart attack. A panic attack, really. She's freaking out. TJ's trying to calm her down. Finally, she gets back up on the rope swing seat thing and decides that she's going to actually participate in this elimination round, while Cook and Cara Maria have been sitting up there forever waiting for her, and Cook really had to pee. And she's like, I mean, I really gotta pee, I'm just gonna pee right here. And Cara Maria's like, okay. And Cook's like, no, really, I gotta pee, I'm peeing right now. While everybody's standing around watching her piss on herself. Has that ever happened in the challenge before? I don't think so, but you know what, Cook? Now, I know who you are. So there's not a lot to say about this challenge. They hung upside down, they sawed ropes. Eventually, Cook and Cara Maria won, and Cook didn't have to fall into the water, she just pissed in, so that's awesome. Even after the elimination is over with, Anastasia starts to freak out again. She's having a second after panic attack now. This is probably my favorite part of the episode, which is my favorite part of every episode that this happens in, is when TJ Lavin calls somebody out. I guess she shouldn't smoke cigarettes and not eat, referring to Bird having so many fucking issues. So the episode ends with Jordan and Sarah being all cutie patootie. And why does everybody keep going to bang each other in the same closet area? Hereinafter referred to in these Rivals recaps as the fuck wall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of the challenge. Please click to subscribe if you want to see next week's recap, and also like up this video and share it with your challenge friends, because sharing is caring, and you want to be a winner, and you will be the winner of this challenge if you share this video. Always go down to the description, see all the cool challenge links, awesome stuff, people to follow, and I will see you guys next week for the next recap of The Rivals 2, the challenge on MTV. And until then, peace out. Also talking about CT, why is he wearing 1,000,000 club bracelets? Did anybody see that? We get it. You party. Take off the wristbands. They're plastic.